Number 5. Akio Santos. This creature is similar to the centaur as apparent from its name, but imagine the centaur's version of a mermaid or merman. That is what an ichthyosaur would look like. It would have a human torso, 2 human arms, 2 hooves, and a fishtail. Other than that, they also have a special feature on their head, 2 lobster claws resembling 2 antennae. There are 2 ichthyosaurs that were pretty well known. They were Bythos and Aphros. Apparently, they were half-brothers of Chiron, a wise centaur I have talked about in another video. They were quite similar to Chiron in that they were also teachers known for their wisdom. Now, these 2 brothers, Aphros and Bythos, were present when Aphrodite, the goddess of love, beauty, pleasure, and procreation, was born. It was believed that Aphros then became her foster parent. Maybe he named her after himself. Number 4. Scylla and Charybdis. There is a narrow strait between the eastern tip of Sicily and the western tip of Calabria in south of Italy. In this narrow channel of water lived 2 monsters very close to each other. So close that if a sailor tries to avoid one, the sailor would encounter the other. The Scylla was described to be a huge and frightening monster that had 6 heads on long necks, and each head had 3 rows of shark's teeth. It also has 12 tentacle-like legs and 6 more heads on its body that look like dogs. Apparently, Scylla wasn't a true killer monster. She was a beautiful naiad favored by Poseidon, but due to some jealousy, her bathwater was poisoned, turning her into an aggressive monster. Charybdis, on the other hand, was Poseidon's daughter. Because she aided Poseidon against Zeus, she was cursed into a monster by Zeus himself. She became a monster with an unquenchable thirst for seawater. So while she drank the water from the sea, whirlpools would also be created. Charybdis was also a big creature, but she was usually underwater and described to have flippers. I'm guessing she had a big mouth to suck up all the water it can to create the whirlpool, though a full description of the creature is unavailable. Number 3. Sea Bishop. There was a sea creature reported in the 16th century that caught the attention of the King of Poland at the time. He wanted to keep the creature, but a group of Catholic bishops managed to persuade the king into releasing it. They found the likeness of the creature uncanny to the bishop attire, so they tried communicating with the creature. To their surprise, the creature seemed to be intelligent and they believed it wanted to be set free. When they released it, the sea bishop was said to have given them a gesture of gratitude and made the sign of the cross, though it was probably just mimicking what it saw. Anyway, that was the story of a lucky one. Another sea bishop was said to have been captured in Germany, but this one died in captivity because it refused to eat. Number 2. Finnfolk. The Finnfolk are mythical creatures from the Orkney Islands and Shetland in Scotland. They are amphibious magical shapeshifters that are also strong and athletic. If anything, I would call them the perfect earth dwellers, seeing how Earth's surface is 71% water. It's a wonder why they haven't overtaken us. Maybe they don't need to because the sea is vast. Maybe. But the Finnfolk being amphibious means it can live under the sea or on land with no restrictions at all. So it's all a matter of preference. They also look just like humans, but they do have fins on them that, if looked from afar, seemed like hanging pieces of cloth or garment of some sort. Though there is an exception. The unmarried female Finnfolks look just like mermaids. Number 1. Emmaba. Imagine a creature that comes from the ocean. It has long hair, a beak-like mouth, 3 legs, and a body full of scales. Also, it glows in the dark. This was the Emmaba. Apparently, there is only one record of the encounter of the creature. Now, the Emmaba is a bearer of good news and bad news. It would prophesy both an abundant harvest and a plague. It claimed that to ward off the plague, the people affected should be shown a picture of the Emmaba as it would protect them from harm. Then the Emmaba, right after telling the prophecy, just returned to the sea, never to be seen again.